Good morning, welcome to my channel. This is Venus from Heart's Desire by Venus, and today I'm going to show you these little matchbook accordion folders that I've created. I'm working on a current project and I have a bunch of labels left over that I want to put into my journal, but I don't want to just use a plain old boring envelope. So I came up with this cute little book. So it's 3 by 3 with a 1/4 inch gusset here. So it is pretty small to put in your books. It's not going to add a lot of bulk. It's got a Velcro closure, and when you open it up, you've got this accordion pocket system here, where it's just big enough to put, some journaling cards. I'm not sure what I put in all of these. I think labels. That one I put nothing in. Yeah. So I got all kinds of labels and journaling cards and everything. And they're fast to make. They're cute. And you only need 2 sheets of paper. And the 2 sheets of paper will make 2 of these. So it's pretty good at using up some of your scraps. And they're so fast, you could just pump out a whole bunch of these. So I'm going to show you how to make these. So the first thing I did was go into my stash and get a bunch of paper. So I got a 12 by 12 sheet. Now, if you're using a 12 by 12 sheet, this will use up, if you use a 12 by 12 sheet, sorry, I had a brain fart there, you will be able to make the pockets for 2 books out of this. Okay, so the other piece of paper you'll need, is either another 12 by 12, or in my case, I just used an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and I'll show you how to cut that down as well. But for the 12 by 12, because our little pockets, see if I can get it in frame here, our little pockets are a 3 by 3, I'm just going to take my 12 by 12 sheet here and literally cut it into 3-inch strips. Okay. And I just grabbed in my stash some paper I liked. If, you're not going to see a whole lot of it, so I'm not too concerned about it. And this way I could use up some of the papers that I'm not necessarily liking as much. So now I just stack them all together, and I'm going to cut them all at the 6-inch mark. So now you've got this. Okay. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take them and you're going to fold them all in half. Just like that. Okay, so I know you've got the idea. I've got a few here that I've already done. Just pull them out. So after you've folded all these in half, what you're going to do is you're going to secure this side here. So now you can either do that with tape, or you can do that with glue, or you can do what I've done and I've sewn them. Oops, that's got a little bit of a tail. Trim that off. I stitched them down the side. So I stitched them, see, you can see here, a 1/4 inch away from the edge on the side. And I did all of them. So you should have 8 from that 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So, I didn't cut that edge off very good at all. So next step you're going to do is you're going to take 4 at a time. And this is an important step. Make sure they're all going with their little flaps to the top. I did actually glue some upside down, which kind of is a pain. See, that one would have been upside down. So if you want to distress them, now this is the time, which actually I think I'm going to do a quick distressing around the edges, because you will see the edges a little bit. So that's totally your taste for sure. But you know me, I do like, and I'm not doing like a solid, I'm just doing a little, just to take some of that little white edge off, because like that one I didn't have quite lined up. So I want to make sure that the no white edging is showing. Yeah, see, like this one here has got a little bit. That's all I'm doing, just to make sure that's covered. Okay, so now go back and make sure they're all lined up the right direction, because you don't want to be like me and do it backwards. Okay, So then what I'm going to do is you can glue this, or you can tape it, but I'm going to glue it. And basically what I'm going to do is, okay, sorry about that. So I'm just going to run a thing of tape minus the string. The heck? Okay. Down the middle of there. I'm just going to burnish it in. And I'm going to do the same thing on all four. Okay. Burnish it down, make sure it's sticking good. You could, like I said, you could totally do white glue or, you know, Fabri-Tac or whatever you want to glue. But for me, this was fast and easy, and that's the name of the game on this thing. And I'm quite happy with how it turned out. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take the tape off the top one or whatever, the glue, and you're just going to line them all up, stack them down, and glue them all or attach them all together. Ooh, didn't even get that. Just like so. I'm going to use this time because I'm having trouble getting tape off today. Okay, so then, oh, see, this is what I'm saying. Make sure you've got them lined up. I just, this one upside down, which totally would have sucked. I'm not following my own advice today. That would have been bad. All right, so let's try that again. Okay, good. That was the only one. Okay. Got it on. And yep. Didn't want to do it 2 times on camera. That would have been bad. Okay. And just finish it. So at this point, what you're going to do is on the top and the bottom, you can see I've got one here. I'm actually going to put a little bigger strip this time because this is what's going to go to the cover, front and back of the cover. Flip it over and do the same thing on the back. Now, if you're using wet glue, you would not do this step quite yet. Do it a little closer to, and you'll see, I'll tell you when. So now you've got your little accordion pocket system here. So we're going to set that aside for a minute. Now, for the cover, this is a great time because it's such a small thing, to use up small bits of paper that you have kicking around. Or for me, I had a couple of these extra collage sheets done, which I find that it works really well for these little books. So this is an 8.5 by 11 collage sheet. I've only printed on one side. You could print on both if you wanted, but this is just, I had leftover from a project and I thought this would be cute. This particular one is from LineDotArrow, and I will put a link down below if you're interested in it, because it's pretty cute for this. Now, because we made our envelope they're 3 by 3, I am going to cut the cover 3 1/4. Okay, so I've got it. This is the 11-inch side here, and I'm just going to cut it 3 1/4. And you could see I could still get another 3 1/4, which I'll just do for the sake of the camera here. Another 3 1/4, and that gets you a little strip left over for another project, but that gets you 2 covers out of an 8.5 by 11 sheet and enough pockets out of a 12 by 12 sheet, so for you to do 2. So that's, I think, pretty good at using up your stash. I'm going to use this one right now. So here comes the only tricky part, and it's not tricky. It's just remembering your scoring here. So I'm going to take it, and I don't know if you can see it, but I'm at 3 1/4 inch. Move that out of my way. And I'm going to score. And then I'm going to move that line over to 3 1/4 inch, and I'm going to score again. I'm going to move it over to 1/4 inch, and I'm going to score again. And then I'm going to take that last score, line it up with my 2-inch mark, and I'm going to cut it off. Okay. So I'll move this out of the way, and I'll go over this again. So here's where we started. That's 3 1/4 inch here. Actually, I'll just ink it here so you can see actually what I'm saying on the back side. Okay, so we started, and you got this square here, 3 1/4 inch, 3 1/4 inch, a 1/4 inch gusset, and then a 2 inch. Okay, at this point, I'm going to take that 2 inch side, and you don't have to, ooh, if I can get my punch out, but I'm just going to round the corners. Okay, so looks like that. Now, if you're going to ink, this would be the time. So I'm just going to ink both inside and outside on this. And don't forget to do your gussets there, because those are going to show, and the inside as well. Okay. Get this all done here. All right. So now at this point, you could assemble, but you know me, I have to sew. So I'm going to sew, and I'm just going to sew all the way around the edge, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and you can see I've stitched all the way around my edge. So time for the assembly. Super easy. Again, make sure your pocket's going the right way. There we go. So it's up here. And what I do is take off the back side, my tape. Now, if you're gluing, this is the time now you would glue. Remember, just to strip down the middle. And I'm going to line it up into this middle square here. So you want it to be about an 1/8 inch from the bottom of your score line there, because you don't want it flush on it, because then it is going to be difficult to open and close. So you're just going to basically center it an 1/8 inch all the way around all 4 sides. Burnish it down. Now I'm going to just take the tape off the top, and this is why you want that there. You want the gap to fold over. And then I'm just going to fold it over and burnish it on there. Okay, fold that over, and then you have your book like that. But we got to have a closure on there. So what I've done is I've gone to the dollar store, and I've just got these little Velcro adhesive dots. They're kind of fun. And I'm just going to stick them. I joined them together and stick it there. And basically, just make sure, though, you get your flap here flat when you, so you can see, just flat there when you stick it down, so that it will keep its book shape. And then that's it. So you open it up, you've got your little 4 pocket system there. And you can embellish them however you want. You can leave it plain. These ones, I just took a couple of labels and some flowers, some cheesecloth, and some pieces of fabric. Literally things that I just dug off my desk, and decorated them up. And you can see how fast that is. It's a cute little project. I'm going to add a ton of these to my journals. I've just been kind of adding up my embellishment situation, so this will be helpful. You can put little tags in there, anything. I think they're pretty versatile. Anyways, I just wanted to say, if you decorate any of these and make any of these, please go onto my Facebook page, Heart's Desire by Venus, or Heart's Desire. I have 2 there. And I would love to see what your version of this looks like. Feel free to pop on over and put a picture up. Welcome to all my new subscribers. I've had quite a few lately, and I'm super excited to see you. For my regulars, thank you for tuning in like always. I am happy to have you, and I'm glad to share some of my ideas with you. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see what I'm doing when I'm doing it. And I will catch you again soon. Have a great day.